the grandkids over for Easter egg hunt today, and we got almost all the machines out. There's a four-wheeler in the shop and being repaired, but we did a pretty good job of tearing up the yard today with all the different machines. Almost had the wife on one too, but both the grandkids, both my boys, rode around the yard, just smashing all the grass all around here, back behind the shop, and then right over in this area here, I was climbing the bank over there, messing around with the four-wheel drive four-wheeler, and there was one spot there. I don't know if you can quite see it in those trees. There's a ball laying there. Yeah, the four-wheeler didn't want to go up that. It was a little too wet. So I went ahead and got the General out to see if it'd go up there. It walked right up it. So I was thinking, as I was rinsing the stuff off these, and I hear people say all the time about going to the dunes, and I'm not taking my machine to the dunes because it ruins things and sand gets in everything. So if you think about when you go in the mud, you got that wet, muddy water, and you splash through that and you don't think anything of it, and that water goes in everywhere. Now, wouldn't you think that some muddy water would be able to get in the spots that sand can't quite get into? Just a little point somebody made to me once. I have friends that have bikes that have spent their whole time at the dunes, and there's nothing wrong with them. Those two red four-wheelers there, and that red four-wheeler there, and we used to have another four-wheeler when the kids were younger. Those have spent a lot of time at the dunes, but they've also been in the mud and the snow and all that. And I think the key to all of this, which is why these are all strung out here, and you'll see there's a hose laying there, is cleaning. I don't go out to the dunes or in the mud and leave the bike sitting for a month or 2 months or a year like some people do, all dirty with all that stuff on it. I come back from the dunes, the bikes get washed completely. So you're getting that salt and that sand and all that stuff off of things. Same thing with the mud. If not that day, that week. But generally, I'll try to get it off that day because it comes off a lot easier. I'm in the process of doing the General still. You see the back tires are still dirty, sides dirty. So even if you don't get that residue off after you hose it, you get the bulk off. Things can dry, breathe. You're not going to have things rust as fast. It's just really going to help the life of the machine. So something that I thought I would mention. And you can see how dirty that is there. Well, you get that down into all those moving parts and all those cables, and that stuff just get cooked onto the engine. Granted, when you're out riding, you splash through the mud and the engine's hot and all that. It's going to get some mud caked on it, and eventually, that will have a layer of mud that you can't really get off easily. Kind of like this one over here, and I got a buddy with a wash business, pressure washer, and it'll get it off pretty good, but it still always has that different look. The spot up here where the pants rub and gets real hot, it's not as bad. But this machine is washed every time. It's not completely clean at the moment. It's a little bit dirty, but you don't see chunks of mud. You don't see sand built up on places. It's washed off. So I just wanted to comment on, I think that is the key. So if you want to go to the dunes, I say do it. Have fun. Just wash the machines when you get back. So there's my 2 cents on that subject. Hope everyone had a good Easter, and we'll see you on the next one.